Hey everybody, this is Grace, and forgive me if my voice cuts out in this. It's been doing that lately after all that cold weather, even during it. But anyway, I want to talk about something that happened yesterday that was quite eerie. I don't know when I'll put this video up. I might put it up today. But it was quite strange. It was a bunch of coincidences that pretty much happened all at the same time. And so I don't have a timeline for when one happened or the other, because it was just so many, at one time. And it was eerie. Like, one of them, Adam and I were watching one of the, and I'm not going to give any spoilers, so don't worry. We were watching one of the new episodes of Black Mirror. Now, that's not my kind of thing at all. He loves it. It's not my thing. But this one was rather interesting. I'm not going to say which one. But before that, we had watched one before that. We've only watched 2 of the new season. And we had just watched the first one. So we were watching the second one. And I think it was in between it or something. He brought something up that was really weird for him to bring up. And it was shocking to me. And I did that, stop, I don't want to hear this. I couldn't figure out why he was saying this. I'm not going to say what it was. It was just weird. And then we kept watching, or started watching the second one. I don't know how it worked. Okay, but we did get in a little bit of an argument at some point during that second one because of what he had said. Not a big argument, but enough of one, because it was just so weird, I guess. And I was trying not to say anything because it was too weird. But before and during and all this, it had been raining, okay? And it was just when the sun was going down when all this came about. And it had been raining. It had stopped raining. And all of a sudden there was this really loud noise outside, like in the distance. And I have a little video clip with the noise. Unfortunately, I wasn't thinking. I guess it was freaking me out so much that I was talking through all of it. I should not have been talking through it. Yeah, I should have. But it was just like a weird, it was kind of like, when cars are going across on the highway in the distance. But we've heard them. The cars in the distance from the highway is kind of far from where we are, but we can hear them. But not like that. Not at all. And he was freaked out. He said he's never heard anything like that. I hadn't heard it. And it just kept going on and on. Well, my thought was, and it was right, and I don't know if there's any scientific reason behind this. I don't know. But I had some memory from maybe when I was a child or something, that there would be a fog coming. Okay? A really thick fog. And sure enough, we're like, the sun was going down, and by that time the sun was down. And there was this extremely thick fog coming in from that direction of that noise. So there was the big fog, okay? I don't know about you, but fog is kind of creepy to me. Okay, especially when like it was. It was eerie with the noise and so much. Now, not only that, but around that time, I'm really sensitive to scents, and I'm a highly sensitive person. Really, I usually smell some kind of odor or whatever before anybody else. And how I have my chemical allergies and all that. So I told Adam, I said, there's a really rotten smell. And I went around trying to find it and everything. It was rotten. And later on, I figured out what it kind of smells like would be moldy bread. That would be the closest to the smell, But it was like that, and a cross between maybe like the smell of a gas, natural gas from heater or something. But not either one of them at the same time. So all these things going on, plus that weird episode of, which aren't they all weird, of Black Mirror. And the other part of that was, he and I were having that argument, and the argument was so similar to what was going on in that movie, that episode. He and I both said, "Ooh, that's freaky," because we felt like we were kind of in it too. It was eerie, seriously, when so many coincidences happened at the same time. Now remember, all these coincidences going on, and we got into that argument, and I just thought it was so strange, everything that was said and that he said. Anyway, a little while later, he's sitting there and he tells me, he goes, I don't know what just came over me. I don't know why I said all that I just said. He said, something is wrong with me. And I'm like, yeah, you know, I'm thinking, yeah, there's something wrong. But really, something wasn't right. Okay, smells, the sounds, the whole thing, the fog and everything. Well, anyway, we finished watching, and he went to bed, and I stayed up. I usually do. But I kept smelling that smell. Okay, just awful, rotten. Could be rotten eggs even. Mixture, some weird smell, moldy bread, rotten eggs, and natural gas. I don't know. So I thought I'm going to go and turn. We have just got a new central heating, air conditioner, because our old one finally bit the dust. So we got it a few months ago. I don't know how many months ago it was. And so that maybe something's wrong with that. With all those squirrels that are getting in between the floorboards, maybe they messed something up. I don't know, because I don't know anything about gas and how it goes to central heat and all that. I don't know. So I just went and turned the heater way down. I don't even see a way to turn it off. It's so new to us. How do you just turn it off? It's all digitalized and all that. I don't know. So I turned it down to like I think 52 or 54, and then I went back a little later and turned it down to 52. It was only going to be the low of 43 last night in the house with the solar screening and all that. It really keeps a good temperature in the house. It doesn't go too low or whatever. Anyway, I turned that heater down, so it went off, okay? But I also went to the back door and opened it up, in the screen too, and let some fresh air in. And I went to the front and did the same a couple of times, actually. And in a while, I was still kind of smelling that. Then all of a sudden, gone. That smell, that odor was gone. And it was in the whole bottom floor of the houses. All the room, the house, all the rooms I went into. It was like thick odor, and really awful. But so of course, doing that, I don't know whether it was opening the doors or, I'm just talking like open the door and let some air, a little bit of air, not keeping the door open because the dogs would run out, or whether it was the heater, or if it had something to do with that fog. Really. That'd be weird, wouldn't it? But I have, it seems like a really vague memory from maybe early childhood of something like that. If you know anything, I even tried to look at some of this stuff up on the internet, but you never know. I couldn't find anything that said that specifically about, noise and fog. But I do think that's what it was. It was, the noise was the fog being so, isn't it called dense, that it made the sound of the people on the highway seem louder, the cars on the highway. And maybe it has something to do with the smell too, because when I did open the door the last time, the front door, it was probably maybe 10-15 minutes later after the last time I had, there was no fog so anymore. But if you know if any of this makes sense to you and you have some kind of idea, leave a comment below. And other than that, well, I'm going to wrap this up. This video's getting long, and I don't even know if it'll let me upload it. So, let me wrap it up. If you want to subscribe to this channel, click the circle. If you want to watch another video on this channel, click one of the rectangles. Like, subscribe, comment, share if you would, and I'll talk to you on another video. Bye.